Alright everyone, it's time to unveil the most spectacular cell phone I have literally seen in my entire life. It is magical. The number of people who messaged me about this was definitely well within the double digits over the course of the last day. I'm actually going to open the archived link in the description, of course. This tweet that I've archived. This is from Twitter Public Policy. I'm going to read it verbatim, and if you're drinking any liquids, put them down first, because I don't want your computer destroyed, because then you can't watch my videos. This is what this is what they said. Ahead of the Ugandan election, we're hearing reports that internet service providers are being ordered to block social media and messaging apps. We strongly condemn We strongly condemn internet shutdowns. They are hugely harmful, violate basic human rights, and the principles of the hashtag open internet. Earlier this week, in close coordination with our peers, we suspended a number of accounts targeting the election in Uganda. If we can attribute any of this activity to state-backed actors, we will disclose it to our archive of information operations. So yeah, they're concerned about censorship. They're gravely concerned about suppression of information pertinent to politics. Can anyone guess why I find this to be a cell phone? I don't think that we have to rhetorically answer that. This is nuts. This is the biggest optics fail I think that a tech firm, and this is the biggest problem since like MySpace maybe. Like, you know, when MySpace alienated 90% of its users by completely fucking its own site and then collapsed, said sorry, but it was too late because everyone had a Facebook all of a sudden? Yeah, this is pretty bad. Can you imagine if an alt-tech site put out a presser with such poor optics? It'd probably collapse this fucking site. How much money did Jack Dorsey lose from this, by the way? And you could reread it over and over. They say laughter is the best medicine, so for those of you out there with cold-like symptoms that are worried about the coof, you should just read this tweet 5 or 6 times. And, by the way, disclaimer, I'm not actually claiming that's medicinal. To be clear, we're in a clown world. I have to say that, apparently. So they're very worried about the Ugandan election being fair. Do you honestly think that the Ugandan election is capable of being fair? Number one. I would answer probably no. And number two, how many people are tweeting about the Ugandan election on Twitter anyway? Who cares? Twitter has become vestigial. It's becoming an echo chamber that you've alienated so many, at least in the Western world sense, you've alienated so many people with the Trump ban and banning. I've lost like 7 or 8 different people that I was following, so people with relatively large audiences. The problem is if somebody's on your platform and they only interact with 2 or 3 accounts and half of them are dead, why the fuck would they use your platform? They're just going to go on a rampage and get banned anyway. And that's what I thought of doing. I thought of openly violating Twitter's rules and just purposely getting myself banned. But then I realized, well, I do get some good news tips there. By the way, again, and somebody said they set up a Telegram and they would send me news tips. I do not have a Telegram account. My understanding is that one of them is making like Nazi jokes, and I'm assuming it's run by a leftist. So I'll be complaining to Telegram later about that. Because my username is literally proprietary and you're committing a crime. just so you are aware at this time, that will be problematic. I don't even like censorship, but impersonation's a big problem. That's why I have a Twitter as a placeholder. Same with Facebook. Now, Twitter's epic Ugandan election cell phone. Imagine Ugandan Knuckles meme should make a comeback now in this context, just to mock Twitter. I don't know how you'd go about doing that, but that's definitely like, I know it's low-hanging fruit, but it's just itching to be done. Like Jack Dorsey is Ugandan Knuckles. He definitely does not know the way. He doesn't understand jack shit. Jack Dorsey doesn't understand Jack. It's very, very strange because usually people don't become multi-billionaires while being completely out of touch. Normally, it requires some degree of intelligence. I'm just going to chalk it up to dumb luck in his case. Yeah, he built something semi-functional. Other people took a hold of it and invested, and he found himself a multi-billionaire. He's lost billions of dollars over the last few days. Get woke, go broke. Get woke, become completely incoherent. Twitter Public Policy, you should ban yourselves for ignorance. You should be banned off of your own platform. And then the context, it's like, okay, so you're saying that if a state goes after, at the ISP level, if a state goes after people online, that's totally uncomfy to you. But if a bunch of corporate billionaires do it, there's no self-reflection or self-awareness whatsoever in the mix. Absolutely goddamn none. And keep in mind, there are people on the left that unironically, they'll see this tweet, they have no problem with it. It won't even click in their heads that in the context it's fucking hilarious. That's about all. Peace out.